infiltration, all its concepts. Now we will be dealing with the evapotranspiration, in which lot of the precipitation or the rainfall water is lost. You all know, friends, that we in India and specifically in our region, Vidarbha, we have the temperature range from almost 7 degrees to 47 degrees. 7 डिग्री ठंड काले में रहता है जनरली, 25 से 31 दिसंबर में 7 लोएस्ट टेम्परेचर जाता है. एंड देन इन द मंथ ऑफ द मे एंड जिसको बोलते हैं, द टेम्परेचर राइजेस टू 47 डिग्रीज. एंड ड्यूरिंग दिस राइज इन टेम्परेचर, lot of the reservoir water from the reservoir or water from the water resources is lost due to this evaporation. And therefore it is a matter of concern for the civil engineer who deals with the hydraulic or the water retaining or water flowing structures. Both the things, again, as per my habit or my process, I show always the sketches or the images, photos on my slides. You should be able to understand this. Wherein both things are shown on your screen right side. The transpiration, that is the loss of water through the plant leaves. Again, both these things happen due to the solar rays or solar radiations, you can say, or due to the temperature difference. So this is the syllabus we need to evaporation and transpiration, mechanism, factors affect of the hydrologic cycle. These are the various components on your left side: evaporation, water pressure, vapor moves, cloud formation, condensation, precipitation, interception, transpiration, infiltration, runoff, then again stream flow, deep percolation, groundwater flow, etc. Again, what I wanted that you must be aware about various parts of that hydrologic cycle, which is very important to all of us. Again, what is our goal? Our ultimate goal is to find out the runoff or the flow through the stream. And also, we as a civil irrigation engineer or water resources engineer will be supplying the water for the agriculture purposes. खेती के लिए हम पानी देते हैं, तो उसमें भी ये दोनों चीजें बहुत मायने रखती है, that is evaporation and transpiration. So therefore it is very important to learn and understand, and it's very interesting. So all of you must be holding your notebook with you. Evaporation, its definition is the process in which the liquid, in our case water, changes its state from liquid to the gaseous state at the free surface. At the free surface means at the surface of that liquid or the water which separates the water from atmosphere, that air to the liquid, इसके बीच में जो उसका टॉप सरफेस रहता है, पानी का ऊपर का सरफेस, उसमें ये लिक्विड का चेंज होता है, liquid state to the gaseous or the vapor state. And all this evaporation process takes place not at boiling point, but it takes place below the boiling point through the transfer of heat energy. So this last two lines explains the mechanism of the evaporation. We will be learning in detail later on. So I think everybody must have understood what is evaporation. It is nothing but the change of the state from liquid to gaseous of the water. from the free surface of that water. And all this occurs below the boiling point, because we know that at boiling point above 100 degrees Celsius, water changes its state from liquid to vapor. But this process takes place below 100 degrees Celsius at say 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 47 degrees, and may take place at 8 degrees also. It all occurs due to the difference in temperature of the liquid and the atmosphere or the air. Whichever is more, this process continues. So below the boiling point through the transfer of heat energy. Okay, again on your right side of your screen, you will see that vaporization and the transpiration is being explained. Okay, now this change in state requires, for this change in state from liquid to the vapor, an exchange of 585 calories for each gram of water evaporated. This is a very important figure we must know from your MCQ point of view. So this change in state requires an exchange of 585 calories for each gram of water evaporated. You all know that heat is measured in calories and temperature is measured in degree Celsius or degree centigrade or degree Fahrenheit. So 585 कैलोरी एक ग्राम पानी का वाफ रूपांतर करने के लिए इतने कैलोरीज लगते हैं. This evaporation, as other hydrological parameters from precipitation, infiltration, is expressed, इसका जो यूनिट है as an evaporation rate, है ना. हमने देखा rainfall intensity centimeters per hour, infiltration rate or infiltration capacity centimeters or millimeters per hour per day. So in the same way, evaporation rate is expressed in millimeters per day, centimeters per day, inches per day. Inches का तो कोई हमें अभी सवाल ही नहीं, जस्ट जनरल नॉलेज के लिए हम ख्याल में रखते हैं. ठीक है, ये मिलीमीटर्स पर आवर भी हो सकता है, सेंटीमीटर्स पर आवर, पर मिनट एक्सेट्रा. तो evaporation is measured in depth and its rate, evaporation per unit time, is measured in millimeters per day. So it is evaporation and evapotranspiration are very important phases of the hydrologic cycle. They redistribute the heat energy. They not only help in change of the water to vapor, that is one of the very important part of, or it is, you can say, the heart of the hydrologic cycle. क्योंकि पानी का वाप में रूपांतर नहीं होगा तो उसके बादल नहीं बनेंगे, और वो बादल नहीं बनेंगे तो बारिश नहीं होगी. तो इसलिए ये एक काम तो करता ही है इवेपोरेशन या ट्रांसपिरेशन. लेकिन द सेकंड वर्क दैट इवेपोरेशन और ट्रांसपिरेशन डज is they redistribute the heat energy between surface and atmosphere, है ना. ये क्या करते हैं कि हीट जो है excuse me, they redistribute or they transfer the heat energy between the water surface and the atmosphere, or from atmosphere to water surface. Okay, so therefore we will be discussing later on. But at this juncture, I will tell you that therefore the plants or the forest, they are called as the natural coolers. है ना. हमारे, हम क्या करते हैं, धूपकाले में कहीं छाव नहीं मिली तो झाड़ के नीचे जाके बैठते हैं, और वहां पे हमें ठंड अच्छी महसूस होती है, हवा बहती है. So this all occurs due to that transpiration, because for transpiration the heat is required. The plant takes that heat from the atmosphere, and at the same time it reduces the heat from the atmosphere. Eventually temperature is reduced and then we feel cooler. So the plants are natural coolers, and the only cause for that is redistribution of the heat energy between the water surface and the atmosphere as well as the plants. It is a continuous natural process, evaporation. A substance changes from liquid to gaseous state. Source is the solar radiation. And the next is very important. Loss due to evaporation. 90% of the annual precipitation in our arid region, एरिड यानी जहां बहुत धूप है या जहां पे देयर आर areas where less water is there and more radiation or the temperature is there, like the deserts etc., उसको हम बोलेंगे एरिड रीजन. तो 90% of the annual precipitation is lost due to evaporation in arid region. So it's important. Now the mechanism, very important. At the free surface of the water body, external thermal energy from the atmosphere supplies, that energy is supplied from the atmosphere due to the solar radiation, temperature is more. So that energy is supplied to the water surface through the water to the water body through water surface, and therefore this energy increases enough kinetic energy to the water molecules at the water surface. वाटर सरफेस के पास में जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल है उन्हें ये हीट के कारण काइनेटिक एनर्जी मिलती है. काइनेटिक एनर्जी यू ऑल नो 1/2 mv square, half of mass into velocity. So water particle has already got mass, but they are being pushed from the liquid state to gaseous state due to this energy, and they escape from the water body. वाटर बॉडी से वो बाहर निकलते हैं, लेकिन उनको अंदर पकड़ने वाला इंटरमॉलिक्यूलर फोर्स भी रहता है, कोहिजन भी रहता है, but they overcome the intermolecular forces. Means those water particles they change from water state to the vapor state. Why? Because they get sufficient energy from the atmosphere. So they eject themselves into the atmosphere. So this is a simple mechanism of the evaporation. And where from they get the energy and what that energy is called? The amount of the energy expended by a unit mass of water while passing from liquid to vapor state at constant temperature. The temperature is constant, maybe higher temperature. Atmospheric higher temperature, water lower temperature is called as the latent heat of evaporation, vaporization, or evaporation, denoted by L. You all must have learnt somewhere in your 10th or 12th or maybe later on first year what is latent heat, है ना. इसे latent heat करके बोलते हैं. During this latent heat action, no temperature rise or fall takes place during this. After that, temperature rises or loses, that takes place. But this latent heat causes the change of the state of water in liquid to the water in vapor state. Okay, so this is very important, and the cause of this is very important. But now the second part of this is also there. That this not only takes place from the external heat or external temperature rise or atmospheric heat, but if that heat is not available, when external energy is not made available, the energy is taken or removed from the water body itself. तो वो मॉलिक्यूल क्या करते हैं जो सरफेस पे है, वो पानी के ही इसमें से जो पानी का टेम्परेचर रहता है, ड्यू टू दैट इंक्रीज इन टेम्परेचर ऑफ द वाटर, इट गेन्स द एनर्जी फ्रॉम द वाटर बॉडी व्हाइल इवेपोरेशन इज टेकिंग प्लेस. और उसमें फिर पानी का इवेपोरेशन होता है और वाटर बॉडी का टेम्परेचर कम होता है ना. thus results in lowering of the water temperature. So therefore evaporation is indirectly a cooling process, है ना. इसलिए हम क्या करते हैं, दो मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, टू एग्जांपल्स आई विल गिव. फॉर अनदर यू कैन सबमिट मी द एक्सप्लेनेशन एंड आई एक्सपेक्ट दैट यू शुड सबमिट मी. द फर्स्ट इज, हम दुबकाले में क्या करते हैं कि हमारे घरों के सामने हमारा जो कोर्टयार्ड या आंगन रहता है उसमें हम पानी की बौछार करते हैं, पानी डालते हैं. तो अगेन what is the cause of that water spreading? Due to evaporation, the water cools the surrounding. So that is, evaporation is indirectly cooling process. And the second example for which the reason you should be able to reply me is cooling of water in our earthen pot. हमारे पानी के जो मटके रहते हैं वो हम धूपकाले में यूज करते हैं, ठंडकाले में नहीं करते. तो धूपकाले में क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि उसमें का पानी ठंडा होता है और बाहर तो टेम्परेचर ज्यादा है, बाहर 40-45 डिग्री है. एंड द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द वाटर इनटू दैट मटका is very less. We feel very comfortable while drinking. So that the cause is again this evaporation. But how it takes place, you should be able to answer. Next point, the atmospheric pressure on the, now the very, we are coming to the very important concept that is called as the vapor pressure. Huh? Already the atmospheric pressure is acting over that free water surface. पानी का जो ऊपर का सरफेस है, जो एटमॉस्फेयर के टच में है, खुला हुआ जो है ऊपर का, उसके ऊपर तो एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर है ही, बिकॉज दैट इज देयर ऑन ऑल बॉडीज ऑन द अर्थ. सो इट इज देयर. बट व्हाट हैपेंस, इन एडिशन टू एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, अभी ये जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल है, ये वाटर मॉलिक्यूल वो सरफेस के ऊपर में, इवेपोरेशन के कारण ये सरफेस के ऊपर में वेपर स्टेट में तो दे आर एक्यूमुलेटेड देयर, वो वहां पे जमा हो रहे हैं. आर यू गेटिंग मी? सर वाटर सरफेस के ऊपर में ड्यू टू द इवेपोरेशन दीज वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स दे गेट एक्यूमुलेटेड ओवर द वाटर सरफेस. अभी ये वाटर मॉलिक्यूल भले ही दे आर लाइटर देन एयर, बट दे हैव द मास. They being the molecule of H2O, they have the mass. So therefore they have the mass, they are attracted by the gravitational force, so they create the pressure in addition to atmospheric pressure on that water surface, free water surface. That pressure created by this water vapor in addition to atmospheric pressure is called as the vapor pressure. So the atmospheric pressure on the free surface includes partial pressure by the vapor molecule, and this is called as the water vapor pressure. So vapor pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure plus partial pressure by the vapor molecule. And what the partial pressure by vapor molecule, you all must have got. Due to the continued supply of heat energy causes accumulation of more and more water molecules on the surface. And now this stage comes when the gaseous medium which is above the water surface, it cannot accommodate any more water vapor molecule. एक स्टेज ऐसी आती है ना, जब तक एयर में जगह है या एयर कैन accommodate the water vapor molecule from the water surface, due to the evaporation it will start accumulating, okay, at the water surface. But the one stage will, and the vapor pressure will go on increasing. But at one stage, the surface, which is the portion which is near the surface, cannot accommodate more water vapor molecules. That is called as the gaseous medium can no longer accommodate any more, and it rejects the water molecules in the form of condensation. उसके आगे में भी वाटर मॉलिक्यूल यदि आते हैं तो वो कंडेंसेशन के फॉर्म में फिर से पानी में उसको ढकेलता है, या कहीं आजू बाजू पानी की बूंदे जमा हो जाती है. एट द सेम रेट एज वेपोराइजेशन. वेपोराइजेशन का जैसा रेट है, स्पीड है, उसी स्पीड में वो कंडेंसेशन करता है. Condensation, you all know, that is the conversion of the water vapor into the water molecule by cooling. At this stage, the air is said to be saturated. At this stage, the air is said to be saturated, है ना? Very important word it is. Air is said to be saturated. हवा जो है, हवा में हमने पहले देखा है, एयर में मैक्सिमम पार्ट इज नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन. Again, they are the molecules, they have the weight, and they have the volume also, they have the mass. So air is saturated means air की वाटर वेपर लेने की कैपेसिटी मैक्सिमम होती है. जैसे हमने इनफिल्ट्रेशन में पढ़ा था कि दी सॉइल पार्टिकल्स गेट सैचुरेटेड. The voids in the, or the pores in the soil are filled with the water. That is the saturation of the soil. In the same manner, the air also gets saturated, and at this saturation, the pressure exerted by the water vapor is called as the saturation vapor pressure. That is the maximum vapor pressure, and it is denoted by E subscript S. ES, very important. We must know all these things, and they are very interesting too. So saturation vapor pressure, it is denoted by ES, which increases with temperature. Very important again, as the temperature increases, the capacity of the air to accommodate the water vapor increases. Therefore, as the quantity of water vapor increases, the saturation vapor pressure will increase. बिल्कुल very simple phenomena, simple fundamental. We all know that the air molecules with temperature, they move away from each other, and they create more and more space for other molecules to come. So we have seen what is vapor pressure, and we have also seen the saturated or saturation vapor pressure. So the vapor pressure is, can be at any time, but the saturation vapor pressure will be only after saturation of the air. That is finishing the capacity of the air to absorb the water vapor. So if the vapor pressure of the air above the free surface of water is already equal to saturation vapor pressure, then no evaporation nor condensation will take place, and it is called as an equilibrium state. Okay, it is just a theoretical phenomena. Very important. We, for our theoretical understanding, we are explaining this equilibrium state, wherein the water pressure, vapor pressure, when reaches the saturation vapor pressure, nor evaporation, neither condensation takes place. Such state is called as the equilibrium state that has arrived. But this is a theoretical. Practically, the equilibrium state does not remain, or it does not arise. Why? Or does not exist? Because in actual, under natural conditions, you know, in nature does not keep the temperature, air pressure, atmospheric pressure, wind, vapor, the constant value. है ना, हम एखादे जगह पे कुछ मशीन लगा के कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एटमॉस्फेयर में तो हरदम चेंजेस होते रहते हैं. तो टेम्परेचर एक जैसा बिल्कुल एक सेकंड के बाद में भी नहीं रहेगा. So never exist, equilibrium state never exist in actual natural conditions, as the atmosphere into which evaporation takes place is infinite, is very large, and various transport processes like the winds, etc., will also operate to transport the vapor in atmosphere, both parallel and perpendicular to liquid surface, and prevent equilibrium from occurring. तो इक्विलिब्रियम कभी आता नहीं है, लेकिन हम थियोरेटिकली बोल सकते हैं कि इक्विलिब्रियम कब है, जब सैचुरेशन वेपर प्रेशर आता है, when the air cannot accommodate more vapor, then no evaporation takes place, no condensation takes place, but either or always takes place. इसको तो हमने इक्विलिब्रियम बोला, लेकिन ये थियोरेटिकल कंसेप्ट है. प्रैक्टिकली कुछ ना कुछ चालू रहता है, आइदर इवेपोरेशन और कंडेंसेशन. ओके, अगेन व्हाई? बिकॉज द टेम्परेचर और द विंड वेलोसिटी एक्सेट्रा ऑलवेज टेक्स प्लेस. सो फॉर इवेपोरेशन आने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? फॉर इवेपोरेशन टू ऑकर इट इज नेसेसरी टू हैव द सप्लाई ऑफ वाटर, है ना. बिना पानी का तो इवेपोरेशन होगा ही नहीं. सोर्स ऑफ हीट, दैट इज सोलर रेडिएशन एक्सेट्रा. वेपर प्रेशर डेफिशिट, हरदम the saturation air pressure must be greater than the normal vapor pressure. EA करके बोलते हैं उसको, atmospheric air pressure बोलिए, EA. So ES minus EA must always be there, है ना, वो रहता ही है. Saturation vapor pressure must be there always greater than the actual vapor pressure. यानी एक्चुअल वेपर प्रेशर ये हरदम सैचुरेशन वेपर प्रेशर से कम रहना चाहिए, तभी तो वेपोराइजेशन होगा. Difference between the saturated vapor pressure of the water ES corresponding to water temperature and the actual vapor pressure of the air above the surface EA, उसमें डिफरेंस रहना चाहिए, ऐसा कहने का मतलब है. अब इसके आगे में we will move on to the next and very important the law given by Mr. Dalton, है ना. डाल्टन के लॉज वगैरह आपने हीट में वगैरह काफी पढ़े होंगे. Dalton's law of evaporation, he has given it in 1802, that he has very simply defined that evaporation is proportional or directly proportional to the vapor pressure deficit, है ना. जो अभी हमने बोला कि इवेपोरेशन तभी होगा जब सैचुरेशन वेपर प्रेशर और एटमॉस्फेरिक वेपर प्रेशर और नॉर्मल, या जिसको मैंने प्रिवेलिंग करके आपको बोला था, एंटीसीडेंट. सो द सैचुरेशन वेपर प्रेशर एक ही रहेगा, लेकिन जो हमारा एंटीसीडेंट, प्रिवेलिंग या एटमॉस्फेरिक, तीनों का मतलब एक ही है, ये बदलते रहेंगे हर वक्त. सो व्हेन देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, that is this evaporation, this saturation vapor pressure is always greater than these pressures, atmospheric vapor pressure, then only the evaporation will take place. And he has written it that evaporation is proportional to the vapor pressure deficit. And he has in mathematical form, he has got that rate of evaporation can be related to vapor pressure as under that evaporation E, which is measured in millimeters per day, is equal to constant into ES minus EA, or you can say E is proportional to ES minus EA, saturation vapor pressure minus atmospheric vapor pressure. And if they are equal, it is multiplied by the constant. And that constant has been given a value A plus BV, wherein A, E and B are the constant, A and B are the constant, and V is the wind speed in kilometers per hour, है ना. ये फॉर्मूले में जो V आया है वो है wind speed in kilometers per hour, and rest are the saturation vapor pressure ES measured in millibar, atmospheric vapor pressure again measured in millibar. We all know that atmospheric pressure also we measure in millibar. Okay, so this is the Dalton law that has been stated by Mr. Dalton. And as we have discussed, for the evaporation to continue, the EA must be less than the saturation vapor pressure, even high if ES minus EA is large. इवेपोरेशन ज्यादा कब होगा? जब ये डिफरेंस ज्यादा रहेगा. तो इवेपोरेशन जीरो कब होगा? when ES is equal to EA, equilibrium state. Evaporation will become zero when ES is equal to EA, which does not arise. Okay, so with this, all the basics of the evaporation, all the some mathematical relation between evaporation and the vapor pressure, saturation vapor pressure, we will move on to the next part. That is the factors affecting the evaporation losses. Very easy. They are the common sense factor. Just we are jotting it down. First is the nature and size of the evaporating surface. Nature and size of evaporating, इवेपोरेशन हो रहा है वो सरफेस छोटा है कि बड़ा है ना. इफ द सरफेस इज मोर contact with the atmosphere, more water will come in contact with the atmosphere or the air, more evaporation will take place. Lesser is the surface, lesser will be the evaporation. Okay, size of the evaporating surface is very important. Again second, इसमें ही हम या कहीं आगे में भी आएगा ही वो. Second is the area of water surface, again related to the first point, that is area of water surface. More area, more losses, lesser area, lesser losses. Depth of water in water body. Okay, this is very important part because the evaporation is being done with the help of the solar radiation or sun energy. So lesser is the depth of water, more is the evaporation. More is the depth of water, lesser is evaporation. Lesser depth of water, lesser size or area of water surface, they both are very important for controlling the evaporation losses. I will again repeat, lesser area of water surface and more depth of water is always preferred. है ना. ये हम क्यों हमारे दिमाग में ला रहे हैं, क्योंकि कहीं तो भी आगे में हम इसके नेक्स्ट जो पार्ट है वो हाउ टू कंट्रोल द इवेपोरेशन पढ़ेंगे. और वैसे भी ये जो कंसेप्ट है, ये जब हम रिजर्वायर या किसी डैम की जब साइट हम सिलेक्ट करते हैं तो उस वक्त वी ट्राई टू फॉलो दिस रूल. देन द नेक्स्ट पोर्शन पार्ट विच अफेक्ट द इवेपोरेशन और फैक्टर, दैट इज द ह्यूमिडिटी. वातावरण में आर्द्रता कितनी है. मोर ह्यूमिडिटी, लेसर इवेपोरेशन. मोर ह्यूमिडिटी, more will be the vapor pressure. More vapor pressure, lesser evaporation. So humidity is again nothing but the part of the water vapor present in the atmosphere. Wind velocity, more wind velocity, more water vapor will be transferred from one place to another. So the vacancy will be there for another water vapor to come into that vacant place. So the wind velocity increases the vaporization or the uh, evaporation. Lesser wind velocity, lesser losses. Air and water temperature, they are very important. More air temperature than the water, more evaporation. Lesser air temperature as compared to water, lesser evaporation. Okay. Atmospheric pressure and vapor pressure at the water, again that saturation vapor pressure, actual or atmospheric vapor pressure, that difference. And air above. Quality of water, I think this point you all must have got very nicely. Quality of water, more pure the water, means saline water will be evaporated less as compared to the water which is non saline, or which we call it as a drinkable water. पीने लायक जो पानी है उसका इवेपोरेशन जल्दी होगा, लेकिन जो पानी में अदर सॉल्ट्स है जैसे सी वाटर है या कहीं डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ द फ्लूराइड्स एक्सेट्रा आर देयर, दैट वाटर्स इवेपोरेशन will need more energy, so lesser evaporation. And the solar radiation, very important in our part of the India, or whole of our India except some northern or the mountainous part, we receive lot of the solar radiation. So therefore evaporation losses are more in our area. ये पॉइंट देखने के बाद अभी हम आगे में जो पढ़ने वाले हैं, हाउ टू कंट्रोल द इवेपोरेशन. सो इफ वी अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट्स वी कैन understand how to control. Again, these factors which we discussed above are categorized into some 2-3 parts. Meteorological factors, that is the solar radiation, changes depend upon latitude of the earth, season, time of day and sky conditions, cloudiness, etc. air temperature, vapor pressure, wind velocity, and atmospheric pressure. Nature of the evaporating surface. Second part, that is the vegetation. आजू बाजू में कहीं फॉरेस्ट है, जंगल है, तो नेचुरली टेम्परेचर कम रहेगा. I have told you that all the plants and the trees are the natural coolers. So therefore, more vegetation, lesser evaporation or the loss of the water. Buildings, है ना, बिल्डिंग्स है, पेव्ड स्ट्रीट्स यानी कंक्रीट रोड है, हमने तो बना तो लिए, बिल्डिंग ये काफी बनाई और वेजिटेशन कम करवाया. So we have reduced the tree forest and we have increased the building forest. So naturally, due to these buildings and the concrete or the paved streets, the temperature of the atmosphere will increase because they are bad conductor of heat. They absorb the heat, but they cannot transmit the heat. So the heat increases and that results in evaporation. Soil surface again, whether the soil is barren or it is with forest, or whether the soil is of made up of the hard rock, soft rock or granular soil. पत्थर है तो naturally उसकी heat carrying capacity will be more as compared to the granular soil. Snow and the ice, हमारे बहुत सारे पार्ट में बर्फ रहता है, हिमालय में है, तो naturally it will reduce the evaporation. वाटर क्वालिटी, सलाइनिटी मैंने अभी आपको बताया, सलाइनिटी मीन्स, सैलिनिटी भी बोलते हैं, सॉल्ट से वर्ड आया है सैलिनिटी, जिसमें नमक रहता है. डिसॉल्व्ड सॉलिड्स, मोर टर्बिड, मोर डिसॉल्व्ड सॉलिड्स will cause lesser evaporation. Now we will come to the last part of our today's discussion. That is very important. Last but not the very, very important. They are the methods to reduce the evaporation losses. है ना, अभी हमने व्हाट आर द वेरियस फैक्टर्स दैट अफेक्ट द इवेपोरेशन लॉसेस, आई मीन टू से, द वी नो द मैकेनिज्म. नाउ वी विल सी, क्योंकि अभी हमने अभी 90% ऑफ द प्रेसिपिटेशन वाटर ऑफ आवर रीजन, एरिड रीजन जिसको बोलते हैं, जहां पे टेम्परेचर काफी ज्यादा है, तो इट इज लॉस्ट ड्यू टू इवेपोरेशन. एंड वाटर इज ए वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नेचुरल रिसोर्स. पानी के बगैर हमारा कुछ भी होने वाला नहीं है. पानी को संस्कृत में दूसरा वर्ड क्या है? जीवन. ठीक है, द अनदर नेम फॉर द वाटर इज जीवन और द प्राण. So it is important to reduce the evaporation losses. How they can be reduced? Is it practicable? Let us understand. So it is divided into three categories. First is the reduction of surface area. Second, we know that more the surface area, more will be the evaporation. Second is by the mechanical covers. And third is, which is widely used, which is practicable, is with the help of the chemical films. Okay, we will see one by one because reduction of surface area is beyond our control. Again, while choosing the reservoir sites or the dam sites, we have that control, that select the dam site in such a way that it will have lesser water spread and it will have more depth. Again, it will depend on the topography. Mechanical covers, again, it is practicable for smaller areas. We will discuss one by one. So reduction of the surface area. Since the volume of the water lost by evaporation is directly proportional to the surface area of the water body, the reduction of surface area wherever feasible reduces the evaporation losses. So measures like having deep reservoirs in place of the wider ones and elimination of the shallow areas can be considered under this category. है ना, ये तो हमें रिजर्वायर या हम जो तालाब बनाते हैं या जो हम धरण बनाते हैं, डैम बनाते हैं, तो उस वक्त ये सोचने की बात है. साइट सिलेक्ट, है ना, हम सिविल इंजीनियर ही करते हैं, ये ध्यान में रखना. तो वो हमारे हाथ में, जैसे एखादी मोटरसाइकिल लेना है तो हम 10 मोटरसाइकिल पहले देखते हैं, हीरो होंडा देखते हैं, यामाहा देखते हैं, और कौन सी होंडा होगी, एक्टिवा होगी, सब देखते हैं. और उसके बाद में एखादी हमारे सब जो हमारे काम की है, एवरेज भी अच्छा देखती है, कीमत भी अच्छी है, उसका लाइफ भी अच्छा है, लाइफ है ना कितने साल चलेगी, तो हम वो मोटरसाइकिल सिलेक्ट करते हैं। तो वैसे हम डैम साइट भी जब सिलेक्ट करते हैं कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए, तो वही सिविल इंजीनियर सर्वे ऑल द practicable sites. Numerous limitations are there for selection of the reservoir or the dam site, because over that lot of the economics is dependable. Lekin after that we come to the conclusion with the site which will have the deep water depth. Water depth is more and water spread is less. There are numerous such examples. Just I will give you two and we will move into the further. There are two very good dams in our Maharashtra. One is in our Vidarbha. That is the Totlado Pench Hydroelectric Project Totlado. Someday or other, if you got the opportunity, you visit there. Pench Hydroelectric Project Totlado, not Parshuni. ओके, पारशिवनी में भी उसी नदी के ऊपर में है, बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट पेंच तोतलाडो, जहां पे अभी टाइगर रिजर्व फॉरेस्ट है। एंड द सेकंड इज कोयना प्रोजेक्ट। इट इज इन द वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र। कोयना जो रिवर है उसके ऊपर में सह्याद्री में, इट इज द वेरी वंडरफुल हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिक प्रोजेक्ट, वेरी डीप प्रोजेक्ट, water depth is more and water spread or the water surface is very less, though the water spread is of very longer length, पहाड़ी में है वो। तो that is good example of site selection. First, that is the reduction of surface area. Second is by the mechanical covers. ठीक है, permanent roofs over the reservoir, temporary roofs or floating roofs such as rafts over the arid lightweight floating particles can be adapted, and lightweight floating particles can be adopted wherever feasible. है ना, ये जरा कठिन है। घर के ऊपर हम तंबू कर सकते हैं, रूफ कर सकते हैं, छत कर सकते हैं, लेकिन किसी तालाब के ऊपर में करना ये जरा कठिन है। छोटा सा तालाब है तो कर सकते हैं खर्चा करके, नहीं तो क्योंकि पानी बचाने की कीमत ज्यादा और पानी की कीमत कम, तो वो घाटे का सौदा हो जाएगा। So temporary permanent roofs over the reservoir, temporary roofs, and the third and the fourth are very important. That is the floating roofs, such as the rafts and lightweight floating particles can be adopted wherever feasible. Obviously, these measures are limited to very small water bodies such as the ponds, etc. ठीक है, लेकिन अभी हमने काफी जगह पे, जैसे गुजरात में है, स्पेसिफिकली गुजरात में तो ये चालू हो गया है, वो ऐसा है कि उन्होंने कैनॉल्स है, बड़े बड़े कैनॉल्स है, कैनॉल के जो सरफेसेस और कुछ तालाबों में दे हैव कवर्ड द वाटर सरफेस विद द सोलर पैनल्स, फ्लोटिंग रूफ्स जिसको बोलते हैं, सोलर पैनल्स विच आर फ्लोटिंग ओवर द वाटर सरफेस. So the water is also, surface is also covered with the roof, and that roof is of solar panels which produces the electrical energy. So that multi-purpose uses are nowadays going on with the advancement of the technology. And the last but not the least, the chemical films. ये practicable है. There are number of the chemicals, we will see one by one and we will stop here. It consists of the applying a thin chemical film on the water surface to reduce the evaporation. है ना, ये फिल्म कोई प्लास्टिक की ही होना चाहिए ऐसा नहीं, कोई केमिकल्स भी है कि जो अपने आप स्प्रेड हो जाते हैं. सो ओनली फिजिबल मेथड अवेलेबल फॉर रिडक्शन इन evaporation of reservoirs up to moderate size. What are those chemicals? They are the cetyl alcohol, हेक्साडेकेनॉल करके बोलते हैं केमिकल फॉर्मूला, हेक्साडेकेनॉल, cetyl alcohol, stearyl alcohol or stearyl alcohol, you can say octadecanol. These are just a, you can say, film of certain chemicals like the रॉकेल एक्सेट्रा, है ना, रॉकेल पानी के ऊपर डाला पेट्रोल तो वो उसके ऊपर छा जाता है, बट दीज आर नॉट लाइक द रॉकेल का इवेपोरेशन भी होता है. दीज आर द केमिकल्स विच फॉर्म्स द फिल्म. ये यहाँ पे आपको राइट साइड में नीचे में दिख रहा होगा. Form monomolecular layers on water surface. They act as a evaporation controller or inhibitors by preventing the water molecules to escape past the water. पानी में से पानी का मॉलिक्यूल बाहर नहीं जाने देता. They act as a barrier. What are the qualities expected from these chemical films? The film should be strong. वो फिल्म बार बार टूटना नहीं चाहिए. टूट गई तो फिर से जुड़ जाना चाहिए. अब टूटना पानी के, वो पानी के ऊपर में कोई पक्की प्लास्टिक जैसी फिल्म नहीं रहेगी. इट विल ऑसिलेट विद द वाटर वेव्स, बट दे शुड ऑलवेज कवर द वाटर सरफेस. स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड फ्लेक्सिबल, जो मैंने अभी बताया, दे शुड बी फ्लेक्सिबल, दे शुड बी एबल टू मूव विद द वाटर वेव्स, एंड अनब्रेकेबल ड्यू टू वेव एक्शन. ब्रेक भी होती है तो फिर से दुरुस्त होना चाहिए. सेल्फ रिपेयरेबल इफ पंक्चर्ड, है ना, हमारे पास सेल्फ रिपेयरेबल ट्यूब आजकल आ गए हैं मोटरसाइकिल के, तो वैसे है सेल्फ रिपेयरेबल इफ पंक्चर्ड. पंक्चर हो गए समझो ये फिल्म, ड्यू टू द बर्ड्स एक्सेट्रा, ना ऊपर में पंछी वगैरह रहते हैं, ड्यू टू द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ रेन ड्रॉप्स, बारिश, और बाय बर्ड्स और सर्टेन इंसेक्ट्स, द फिल्म क्लोजेस बैक सून आफ्टर. दिस इज एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम द गुड फिल्म्स. इट शुड बी परवियस टू ऑक्सीजन ऑल्सो. वो पानी में ऑक्सीजन भी जाना चाहिए और पानी में का कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड भी निकल जाना चाहिए. So it should be pervious to oxygen and carbon dioxide so that the water quality will not be affected by this film. It should be colorless, odorless and non-toxic. इतने उसमें क्वालिटी रहना चाहिए. कलर नहीं, बास नहीं आना चाहिए, और मेन यानी वो विषारी नहीं रहना चाहिए. ठीक है. तो ये जैसे आपके राइट साइड में नीचे में फिल्म है, आप फोटोग्राफ है, उस तरह से ये जो सिटील अल्कोहल, इसके ऐसे बॉल्स बना के पानी में छोड़ देते हैं. मोस्ट सुटेबल केमिकल. इट इज व्हाइट वैक्सी, वैक्सी मेन जिसको बोलते हैं क्रिस्टलाइन सॉलिड, एंड इज अवेलेबल एज लम्प्स, फ्लेक्स और पाउडर. कैन बी अप्लाइड टू द वाटर सरफेस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द पाउडर, इमल्शन और सॉल्यूशन. सो सिटील अल्कोहल एंड स्टीरिल अल्कोहल, ये दो इंपॉर्टेंट है. रफली अबाउट 3.5 न्यूटन पर हेक्टर पर डे इज नीडेड. एक हेक्टर के लिए 3.5 न्यूटन पर डे ऑफ सिटील इज नीडेड फॉर इफेक्टिव. 1 न्यूटन हेक्टर, इसकी यूनिट दिए है 1.157 into 10⁻⁹ kg per second cube per meter, ऐसा है. 1 न्यूटन, वी आर नॉट मोर इट. सिटील अल्कोहल, these are all the translation from 1 newton to kg etc. We are more interested in these materials. So it is periodically replenished. ये मटेरियल हम सस्ता भी रहता है, इसको फिर से हम डाल सकते हैं ताकि लॉसेस कैन बी reduced. Evaporation reduction can be achieved to a maximum if a film pressure of 4 into 10⁻² Newton per meter is maintained. 60% of the evaporation is controlled. Evaporation reduction of about 60%. The adverse effect of heavy wind appears to be the only major part, क्योंकि उसके कारण वो फिल्म फूट सकती है, टूट सकती है, लेकिन फिर से दुरुस्त हो जाती है. ठीक है. यहाँ पे हम अभी रुक जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल स्टार्ट हाउ टू मेजर द इवेपोरेशन.